Commission, if it so wishes, to have the Ghana card as a sole document for the next election?
If the Electoral Commission comes to the point in its assessment of the work of the NIA and determines that the work NIA has done is sufficiently credible, reliable, robust, and trustworthy, that enough for it to rely on it, we would think that that would be a feather in our cap.
So, how is this going to work? Using the Ghana card to be the document of choice, indeed, the sole choice for voting.
We think that we are there. We think that we have a critical mass of Ghanaians aged 15 and above who are in our database, almost 17 million as we speak, and that the EC can rely on it. I think that it should be possible at some point for the Electoral Commission to trust that we have a single source of truth in our data, identity data management, that the national identification system constitutes a reliable truth anchor for this country, and that therefore it can extract the National Voters Register from that national identity register that we have created. When they get to that destination, I would even wish that they may want to consider even the Ghana card itself as the voter ID card, to the extent that it is possible to use the Ghana card as the card for purposes of voting.
Now, some 800,000 cards of some 16.9 million persons registered have not yet been distributed or received by recipients. That's according to the Executive Secretary of the National Education Authority, Professor Ken Atifua. He tells CV3 there is every indication enough cards have been printed to cover telecom services who have to meet a July 31 deadline to register their SIM cards.
So we exist in perpetuity to provide continuous registration services. And that's what we are doing. The law requires us, after mass registration, to set up permanent regional and district offices. To date, we have set up 276 district operational offices, and we set them up simultaneously, all of them on the 3rd of November 2021. We have also set up 16 regional offices. So we have 292 offices operating nationwide, and registration services are being delivered at these places. And the reality is that there are, at least from the data as of today, there are about 16,969,034 Ghanaians who have been enrolled onto the National Identity Register. Out of that number, 16,535,623 cards have been printed. And of that number, 15,702,719 have been issued to people. So what it means is that at minimum, 15.7 million cards are available to be linked to SIM cards. The question would be, how many of these have been linked to date? And I think that the important thing is to recognize that the number of Ghana cards available far exceed the number of SIM cards that have been linked as of today. So there is a certain margin still to be done by we Ghanaians in terms of linking our SIM cards to the Ghana card. So that is a conversation that has to go on. But we will continue to expand opportunities for people to get their Ghana cards. We started operating additional registration points at various stadia, Ho, Kumasi, Tamale, Cape Coast, all over the place. But as soon as the Honorable Minister announced the SIM card registration extension from March to July 31st, there was a sudden drop. People stopped patronizing these registration points, and therefore NI was compelled to close down the offices because they were just not being patronized. Now that the deadline is approaching, we are having to find extra resources to go and open these points again and increase the number in order to serve the interests of the public. But as a responsive and responsible state institution, it is our commitment to ensure that the pace, that we quicken the pace of Ghana card acquisition and that we ease the pain that is also involved. We've heard stories and we have some evidence of the veracity of some of those stories about corruption in the registration process, and we have reported some of them to the police.
Well, mind you, the deadline for that SIM card registration is the 31st of this month, and so if you haven't done so, do well to register your SIM card with your Ghana card. Ladies, have you registered your SIM cards?
First question, do we have Ghana card? You have to start from that point. I haven't.
You haven't?
I haven't.
Well, the clock is ticking.
It is ticking, 9 days. Question, or you don't have, before God.
You don't have a Ghana card?
Want to me, why? But my point, and again, I'll continue to say that when we had to register for the Ghana card, we were required to show our passport as a form of identification. When it came to voter registration, we had to show our passports as well. Now we're told that the same documents that we used, as reason to get our Ghana cards, they are not valid enough to show that we're truly Ghanaian.
So what
How
makes
is that
us Ghanaian?
possible? Give us the laxity to at least decide that, okay, today I want to use my Ghana card, I want to use my passport. If there are any weaknesses, fix that so that we can still use our passport, we can still use, the voter's ID card. But if you tell me that the only means of registration or showing that I'm truly Ghanaian is a Ghana card, I find it a bit
Then what is the use of the
problematic.
passport even?
And
They said it's only for travel now.
Yeah, and you see, the whole trajectory of gathering data, you guys remember the Eastwich card, right? They took every information that was needed for Eastwich. If you don't have Eastwich, I'm sure you have a passport. If you don't have a passport, you have a driver's license. If you don't have a driver's license, you've been to a hospital before, your details are in the hospital system. If you don't have that, I'm sure you have an NHIS card. If you don't have that one, you have a birth certificate. There are so many things that can identify all of us. But they are
even
now
birth
telling
certificates,
us...
remember that there was a ruling on it that you cannot
but they are now
use
telling
that
us that all these
to
things that
indicate that
we
you're
have
Ghanaian.
are not even enough to prove that you're Ghanaian.
Unless
You're not
Ghana
Ghanaian
card.
enough without your Ghana card.
Unless
That's
Ghana
the power
card.
of your Ghana card.
Unless Ghana card.
Ghana card will
And
solve all
it's
your
better than
problems.
1,000 interchanges. I'm
So,
told.
so
solve
the
all your
people
problems.
who registered for their Ghana card 3 years ago that are still waiting to receive the
To
card,
receive
what
their
happens to
cards.
them come the 31st of July?
That is
Does
the
it mean
question
they
we've all
lose?
been asking.
Yeah, because they're saying they can't go to the banks, they can't transact because...
You can't do anything.
Once you walk into the bank or any financial institution, you have to have your Ghana card, otherwise you cannot do business. So
can't I
if
use
I've been
my
waiting for it
passport?
for 3 years, that means that I can't do anything in the bank, I can't do anything
With
anywhere
your
else
phone,
because...
nothing.
And 31st, you might
yeah,
lose.
yeah.
They
Lose
should
your
just
SIM
extend it. I mean, and yesterday...
So that's the communique we are waiting for, though,
Exactly, the guest was
seriously,
saying it,
yeah.
that just extend it. Give us ample time
Yeah.
so we can do that. And link all the details
We need
on the
ample
data
time.
ba-
If you
base.
ask me, 2 years, we need about 2 years to be able to get everybody on this whole Ghana card data thing.
Trust me, 2 years will
honestly.
come and people will still be asking for time.
No, but maybe by which time,
At
probably
least.
25 million or maybe close to the 30 million people that we have in the country would have their Ghana cards. I think that would be ample time. I remember there was a time, there was a revolution when it comes to banking. Remember when you would have to go to the bank yourself, the customer would have to go to the bank to open an account, pick up your checkbook, your ATM card and all. And then sometime when all these Nigerian banks came, there was an influx of Nigerian banks. Now, you didn't even have to go to the bank to transact all these type of businesses. They come to you. And I appreciate the fact that, yes, these Ghana card officials went into some institutions to be able to run these Ghana cards for the populace. But if we really implemented that method to be able to go into... something just popped up into my mind. Wasn't it just recently that we did the census?
The census and we went round.
Yeah, so if we did the census and we're able to go around to register everybody, I think that's what we should have done.
But I
And
think
how do
there's
we
also
even have census
an
done?
element of cost there, you know.
I get it.
Which is what they raised.
I get it, but for what we are going through right now, is it really worth it?
Oh, well. And that's how we wrap up with the morning news here on
Shimani.
New Day. You can find more news when you do log on to our website. It's 3news.com. My name is Imano Samani. See you later.
Ghana card,
Thank you.
Samani.
I do have my
Have
Ghana
you
card.
linked it to
Have you
your
linked it?
SIM?
It's been linked to my SIM.
Oh, you've done everything?
Everything.
Oh, you're so Ghanaian.
Yeah, very patriotic.
Aiko.
You guys are being
Aiko.
procrastinating. Here you are.
Oh,
The
I
deadline is
see.
approaching.
I see.
Eh,
So
but-
you're not on the verge of losing your number or anything.
He's
at all.
Ghanaian.
How many hours did it take for you to register for your Ghana card?
Oh, for the Ghana card, I just registered across the street during the first registration
Yeah.
of this year or so, or last year, yeah.
Yeah, last.
And I had it this very same day. It was printed for me there and then.
Oh, the same day.
Same day.
Lucky you. So
I
you didn't have
see.
to queue for 4 hours
No,
Nothing like
or
that.
even 24 hours and all.
you're
absolutely
lucky.
not. So
You're very
me.
lucky. You're lucky.
Anyway, well,
All right,
yeah.
see you guys.
Alrighty.
We'll see you.
Okay.
Happy working weekend. I had to wrap it in
Yep.
one more
No worries,
time.
it's fine.
Yeah. Anyway, welcome. Again, it's TV3 New Days.
Yep,
Friday
it is.
morning.
It is. Oh, are we taking a break already?
Yes,
Taking
we
a break
are.
already?
We
Okay.
are.
All right.
We'll be
We'll be
back.
back.